How's it going, pipe drivers? I'm James, a knowledge producer for Pipedrive. You ready for some fun? 'Cause I'm ready for some fun. And what could be more fun than statistics and metrics? You know, reporting. Okay, I get it. What's so fun about boring old stats and numbers? Well, let me tell you. Pipedrive statistics and metrics not only present you with your typical numbers and such, but it also presents it to you in a way that allows you to get some really valuable insight into why you're seeing these numbers. Let's just say that if Nick Fury had to make an elite team of sales superheroes, he'd be using Pipedrive's metrics to do it. Heading over to our statistics, we've got ourselves several sections here. Before getting into these reports a little bit too much, keep in mind that you can specify the time period you'd like to look at. Also, if you have multiple pipelines, you can either view them all at once or one at a time. Let's look at our won deals here and narrow it down to this week. This bar here is telling us what the average number of won deals is for each of our Pipedrive users. You know, the salespeople. These averages are automatically calculated by Pipedrive based on the trends and usage of yourself and your team. The more you use Pipedrive, the more accurate the averages and metrics become. So most of our users have won roughly near an average on a weekly basis. In fact, look at Alex here. This upstanding fellow won more deals than his fellow Pipedrive users. This is, of course, just by the number of deals that are open. You can also view these by the value of the deals. In fact, look at that. Ava Lisa has won the bigger, more valuable deals, even though she's closed a fewer number of them than Alex. Interesting. Perhaps Ava Lisa is doing a better job of upselling her products to her clients and can pass her wisdom on to the rest of the team. You can also click on any of these bars here, and a neat little report of the selected deals will appear for your viewing pleasure. You can also configure what fields are displayed in this window by editing your columns in the settings here. So if there's a custom field I want to have displayed in these reports, I can set that up right here. I can also just click on any of these deals if I'd like to see the details of the deal itself and the history of its little adventure through our sales process. Now going back to our statistics here, in the bottom of our report, I also have summaries of my team's won deals I can sort based off of what I'm interested in. I can, for instance, see who's winning the highest value of deals on average, at least within this time period here. Won deals can also be viewed chronologically. This same chronological view can be expanded on or configured to give you data based on volume or value. So see, Gina here won 10 deals back in January, which is 3 deals more than everyone else averaged that month. Nice. Ava Lisa, on the other hand, has been falling a little behind on the average, it seems, but at least she's been picking up the pace in March, right? Now, the same thing applies to the deals you've lost. You can access the exact same kind of metrics for both your lost and won deals, so you can find out who the biggest loser is. Now, losing is nothing to be taken so lightly, right? So I also want to see what stages these deals are in when they're marked as lost. Looks like most of our deals get lost in the first stage of our pipeline, which is pretty typical, really. But these metrics will help you determine not only where in the sales process you can improve, but who is improving or not improving. See how I can narrow these lost deals by user? Looks like Alex's numbers are okay. Gina's are good, but Ava Lisa, what happened, girl? Looks like she's losing deals somewhere in the negotiation stage for some reason. Nobody else is losing deals there, at least not as many as she is. So maybe it's time to give Ava Lisa some TLC and find out what we can do to improve her performance in this stage of the sale. These same statistics can also be viewed chronologically, allowing you to determine how each stage of your sales process performs over time. Now here I've also got the ability to view my lost deals by their lost reason. Pretty insightful stuff. Lost reasons are required to be given whenever you mark a deal as lost. These lost reasons can also be configured in your company settings. Admins can provide predetermined lost reasons for the team to select from, or you can allow everyone to write a customized reason. Predetermined lost reasons each get their own graph, whereas custom written responses are summarized in the other graph. And these again can be narrowed down by user, as well as displayed chronologically. Now let us head over to the pipeline performance section and check out our deal conversion metrics. These essentially will summarize your won and lost deals together in one comprehensive report. Now, this is only tracking deals that have been marked as lost or won. Deals that are currently open are not counted here. In our example, we're winning more than we're losing, which is pretty freaking sweet. And then below here, these are the conversion rates of our stages. To To best explain these metrics here, these are essentially tracking the movements between the different stages and the success rate of those movements. Whenever anybody moves a deal out of a stage, it's either to move that deal to the next stage of the pipeline or to mark the deal as won or lost. Usually deals are not marked as won until they've reached the final stage, but deals can be lost at any point in the process. So in our first idea stage, apparently 79% of all deals managed to make it over to the next stage, meaning 21% of the deals that moved from this stage were marked as lost within the time period we're viewing. Then just follow the same logic for the rest of your stages. Now it's if you had a lower win conversion on your more advanced stages that you'd want to start worrying, such as what we're seeing here in our in negotiation stage. Like before, you can always narrow this report down to specific Pipedrive users to see how they perform in specific stages of the sale. And this can also be viewed chronologically. I can also view this by users. So we could see in the idea stage, Gina is like a freaking rock star. 82% of the deals she moves out of the idea stage have done so without being marked as lost, whereas the rest of the team has fallen behind the average just a little bit. We can also see yet again how if we look at our in negotiation stage more closely, Evelisa is having trouble in this stage, and this can again be viewed chronologically. Now, this is all well and good for fine-tuning your processes, but what about being proactive instead of reactive? Rather than reacting to the statistics, what if we wanted to make sure our team is planning ahead to properly avoid having to be reactive? You could do this by viewing your activity statistics. Here we can view activities that are completed as well as those that have been created. Now, you can't control sales results, but you can at least control your efforts. A good tactic to guarantee your sales results is to always make sure you complete a certain number of activities in a certain time interval. So use Pipedrive statistics to keep an eye on the activities that your team has scheduled, as well as those that they've completed. All of your activities have the same expandable menus and sortable columns that your deal statistics had. And that's a wrap, everybody. But you get the idea though. Our statistics and metrics give you valuable data, sure, but they also help you strategize and fine-tune the areas in your sales process that could be even better. Splendid. Jolly good. Jolly good indeed. Until next time, pipe drivers.